I became an Ironman at 63, and here's what I learned about aging. What's the age where you're supposed to stop doing big, hard, scary things? 40, 50, 60? When are you supposed to act your age and stop attempting things that are for younger people? Society has all these unwritten rules about what you can do at what age. And if you're over 50, the message is pretty clear. Slow down, take it easy. Your best days are behind you. At age 60, I signed up for my first full-distance Ironman, 2.4-mile swim, 112-mile bike, 26.2-mile run, all in one day. I DNF'd, did not finish, twice. And then at 63, I became an Ironman finisher. I'm Lynn Weimar, and today I want to share what that journey taught me about aging, expectations, and what's actually possible when you refuse to accept limitations. August 2020, I was 60 years old. I got an email from Ironman announcing that Ironman Coeur d'Alene was returning as a legacy race in June 2021. I'd done plenty of shorter triathlons in my 40s. Sprint distance, Olympic distance, but a full Ironman? That's 140.6 miles total, with cutoff times at every stage. That was for serious athletes, ultra fit people, young people, not 60-year-old women. But I read that email and I felt something that I hadn't felt in a long time. I signed up. I was 60 years old. I had never done a full Ironman. I didn't know if I could, but I was going to try. The voice in my head said, "You're too old for this." And I thought, let's find out. June 2021, Ironman Coeur d'Alene, my first attempt, age 61. DNF, did not finish. It was 107 degrees on the bike course, and I didn't make the cutoff time. Most people would have said, well, I tried, time to move on, but I wasn't done yet. November 2022, Ironman Arizona, age 62. DNF again. Different course, different challenges, still didn't finish. 2 DNFs in a row. That's pretty clear evidence, right? Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I am too old. Maybe that voice was right. But here's what those 2 DNFs did. They lit an even bigger fire. Because I wasn't trying to prove I could do what I'd already done. I was reaching for something I'd never done. And I wasn't ready to give up. June 2023, Ironman Coeur d'Alene. Same course where I DNF'd 2 years earlier. Age 63, third attempt. This time was different. I'd trained smarter. I'd learned from those DNFs. I knew the course. I knew myself better. The swim, done. I made the cutoff. The bike, 112 miles of climbing. Done, made the cutoff. The run, 26.2 miles. My legs were screaming. I was exhausted, but I kept moving. I crossed that finish line 14 minutes past the 17-hour cutoff. And you know what? They counted it. I'm an official Ironman finisher at 63 years old. The thing I was too old for at 60, I did it at 63, after 2 DNFs, after people told me maybe it wasn't for me. After everything, I did it. But the story doesn't end there. After finishing that first Ironman, I kept racing, I kept training, I kept pushing. I qualified for the Ironman 70.3 World Championships. Last year at 64, I raced in New Zealand. This year at 65, I just raced in Spain. I'm 65 years old and I'm racing at World Championships. I'm competing with athletes from around the world. Am I the fastest? No. Am I doing things that the doctors say are for younger people? Yes, and I'm just getting started. So here's what Ironman taught me about aging. The limitations aren't physical, they're mental. Yes, our bodies change as we age, that's real. I'm not going to pretend a 65-year-old body is the same as a 25-year-old body, but the real limitation isn't your body. It's your belief about what your body can do. When I signed up for Ironman at 60, people had opinions. That's dangerous at your age. You should focus on something less intense. Don't you think you should slow down? And beneath all of that was the same message. Act your age. But here's what I learned. Acting my age means deciding for myself what I'm capable of. Not letting society's expectations define my limits. Not accepting that 60, 65, 70 means I have to stop attempting hard things. Your age doesn't determine what you can do. Your beliefs about your age do. So let me ask you, what have you stopped doing because you think you're too old? What dream have you given up on because people your age don't do that? Here's what I want you to consider. First, age is information. It's not a limitation. Yes, I'm 65. That means I train differently than I did at 40. I recover slower. I'm more careful about injuries. But that doesn't mean I can't do hard things. It just means I do them differently. Second, acting your age is a choice. You get to decide what that means for you, not society, not your friends, not the cultural narrative about aging. You decide. Third, your body is more capable than you think. I thought full Ironman was impossible at 60. I was wrong. What are you assuming is impossible that might not be? Listen, I'm not saying everyone should do an Ironman. That's not the point. The point is, stop accepting limitations that aren't real. Stop believing that your age means you can't attempt big, hard, scary things. Stop waiting for permission to live fully. I DNF'd twice. I kept going. I faced fear and doubt and people telling me to slow down. I kept going. I'm 65 and I'm racing at world championships. Not because I'm special, because I refused to believe that age meant limitation. What would your life look like if you refused to believe that too? My best days aren't behind me, they're right now. And yours aren't behind you either. Age is just a number. It's information about how long you've been alive. It's not a ceiling on what you can do. So stop acting your age according to someone else's rules. Start deciding for yourself what's possible. I'm 65, I'm an Ironman finisher, and I'm just getting started. What about you? If this resonated, subscribe, comment. What would you attempt if age wasn't a factor? And if you're ready to start taking action on your freedom, not just mentally, but physically too, grab my free guide, 3 Secrets to Being Fit Beyond 50. It's in the description below, and I'll show you how to rewire your relationship with food and exercise from the inside out, because that's where real transformation happens. Also, come join our free community where I go live every Wednesday with more encouragement and practical tools. I'm Lynn Weimar. Age is just a number. See you in the next video.